So good evening and welcome to SAS Sober and Smiling. My name is Rob.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Nick.
Tonight we have a sort of guest. Somebody's in the background. They don't want to be seen on video, but you might hear them. So welcome whoever you are. Obviously anybody's welcome here. Just pop down. We're here at Holton Hill in Skegness, so down Drummond Road. Every Thursday night about 7 o'clock, about this sort of time. So yeah, feel free. You can just sit in or you can be on video. So tonight's episode is 50. We're 2 weeks away from a year. And I won't be here. I'm on holiday for the.
I'm not here either.
You're not. It's going to be a bit of a lonely one, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be me in my fucking spare bedroom. That's what's going to be.
We might have to pre-record it or something and let them know. But yeah, I can't believe that both me and you aren't going to be here then.
I don't know.
Oh shit. Oh well, we'll sort something out anyway. So tonight's episode, as a request of Nicholas, we're going to do pet peeves. So anything that annoys you in recovery or whatever. So do you want to kick us off then, Nick? Is it your subject?
Yeah, I just thought about it. I think it was the other week when we sort of went on one subject and all of a sudden we just ended up ranting about everything and loads of stuff come up and thought, try something different, just going on a freestyle rant. And then I just think I was thinking of stuff earlier, I was like, pet peeves in recovery, that's not a bad one to cover. And then we're talking stuff like, like I said, if you do end up in a pub or something like that, you're going for a meal or something, and someone says, "Oh, would you like a drink?" And that's when you say no, and then, "Oh, why are you not drinking?" Jesus Christ, do I need a reason?
I think the easiest way to solve that is just be blunt and just go, "I'm an alcoholic." Because as soon as you say that, they then get on the defensive. And as soon as somebody gets on the defensive, that's my cue to know that you've got a problem, mate. Or deep down you think that you've got a problem, because otherwise don't go on the defensive. You don't need to justify it to me, but that person then tries to justify to you as to,
oh, I don't drink that much.
I don't drink that much. Or,
that's usually the next like, oh, I only like a couple of pints a week.
But they don't ask you a question.
Yeah.
They don't, and to me, that's the biggest flag is you say to somebody, I don't drink, or I'm a recovering alcoholic, or whatever you are, or whatever I am. The natural thing would be surely for that person to ask you about it, because it's gaining information. I would expect somebody to go, oh really, and ask a question, but they don't ask a question. They just try and justify themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is the biggest thing for me, that everybody, and I've said this before, and obviously everybody knows my opinions now, they're quite harsh. Everybody has a problem with alcohol and drugs. Everybody has a problem with addiction. There's not one person on this planet that is not addicted to some form or something, because addiction, and this is another pet peeve, addiction isn't about a substance. It's got fuck all to do with drink or drugs or gambling or sex or anything like that. It's got nothing to do with it. And the day we can have the general population out there understanding that it's not the substance that's the issue, it's the way we think and our uncomfortable ability to be within ourselves, that we're masking it with a substance. It could be any fucking substance. And there's millions of people out there that mask their emotional problems with other stuff, with spending too much money, with shopping, with other stuff, with fixating on something else to make them feel better. Well, we just do that with alcohol and drugs. There's no difference. So that's my pet peeve. My pet peeve mainly is the fact of the misunderstanding about addiction, because it's as soon as somebody says addiction, or I say to them that I had a drink problem, it's immediately thought that in a bad light, that I'm some fucking down and out useless wanker that drinks on a park bench or something, when I'm not.
Yeah, there was that image of, like I always said, the hobo on the park bench,
Yeah,
with a brown paper bag covering a bottle of whiskey or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It's just about how or for me personally anyway, it's just about addiction is nothing to do with drink, nothing to do with drugs. And that's why I believe I have a decent recovery in me, because I don't fixate on drink and drugs. I don't ever worry about drink and drugs. Like I was saying to Nick last week, the only time I think about drink and drugs is on Thursday when I'm going to do this. The rest of the week, I don't think about it. It doesn't enter my mind. It doesn't. I don't have the shakes. I don't worry about it. I don't think, oh fuck, my life's going pear shaped. I'm gonna reach for a drink because it doesn't enter my mind. Because I've understood that it's not about that. It's not about the substance. We can all, if you fixate on that substance that you've used, you're gonna relapse. You're never gonna get off the subject. You've got to completely change your life, completely change your lifestyle, get rid of all the fucking friends that you used to have, rethink differently, and reprogram your life around the person you should have been before you started using that, and fix the problem that you're masking. If you don't fix that problem that you're masking, then you're fucked. Understand that. Fix that problem. Don't fix the drink and the drugs, because that doesn't work. You'll just go cold turkey, and you won't fix the underlying problem. The underlying problem for me was illness. That was my problem. Was I was totally fixated on being ill, dying at a young age. That's my problem, and I fix that, or I fix it as best as I can. Other people have had different traumas that they need fixed, and that's their problem. But they need to see that rather than drinking drugs, and everybody needs to see that rather than the core issue that everybody thinks about. Done my little rant.
What for me? One thing that annoys me is when you've either 22 months clean and sober like I am, or you've kind of done a stint in rehab where you've got a bit of help, then you're cured.
Yeah.
And that's it. You're all right now.
People put on the assumption because you've gone through it, you think, oh, that's it, boom.
Yeah. And like I say, you go out and then people say to you, yeah, but you'll be able to drink again one day, won't you?
Yeah, no, never.
I was going to bring that one. Either that or the other one I love is, can't you just have one?
Can't you just have one? Yeah.
Just have one.
You'll
Can't
be
you
all
just
right.
have one?
Yeah.
Well, I
In
could, but it's not going to end well. I can guarantee you that.
If I could just have one, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
I would still be out there.
Exactly. But why would you want one after the amount of clean time that anybody's had? So I reckon, and again, my opinions are quite whatever out there. As soon as somebody's a year sober, then you shouldn't ever want one. If you've done your recovery right, you shouldn't ever really want one. That doesn't mean that every day I don't do a program, because I fucking do, and I work hard at that program, and that program is tough. Like you said, it doesn't go away, but after a year, you should have the mental barrier to stop it.
Yeah, well,
So you know it's coming, and you can't do anything about that because it will come.
Yeah.
And you will feel shit, and you will feel bad, and you will have days that maybe you do want to drink, but you should then have that recovery in place to fix that.
Yeah, and like I say, I've before this time round, I got to a year, but then there was just something in my head that told me it'll be different this time.
Yeah.
It'll be all right now. You've not had a year off for 30 years.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
And it got the better of me because I put my routine down. I got complacent. I thought I was fixed.
Yeah.
That was the problem. I think that's the only problem. Like I say, if you got, you can have the best recovery thing in the world, but if you've got an head that tells you that which is what addiction is, your head's always going to tell you it'll be different next time.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of where that problem is. But I just don't think I could ever fast forward that tape like I can now, because, like I say, I thought if there was a way that I could drink and take drugs, I thought I was going to be the one that would find it.
Yeah.
Do you know, if I could do it sensibly, I'd have been the one that mastered it. That I'd have, worked it out, worked the system out by picking some up and putting something down and swapping it for this and that. But it all ends in disaster every single time.
Well,
But I
yeah.
know that now. You know,
After hundreds and hundreds of years of people having these issues, obviously not one person's come up with that.
you know, I thought I was going to be that one,
Yeah.
and I was pretty adamant about it. You know, I was gonna find it. You know,
Yeah.
I was going to find that way that it was possible to do it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
fucking tried hard. Let me
yeah, I
tell
mean,
you.
yeah, yeah. And that's it.
It's
As we-
got pictures you picked up the Nobel Peace Prize.
No, but, you know, I thought I was going to find it. I really did.
the day somebody finds that, it's just like, I know there's loads of stuff out there because everybody's jumped on sort of like the weight loss pill and all this sort of stuff. There is pills out there that supposedly stop you drinking and stuff like that. It's bollocks.
There was.
Yeah,
It doesn't work
Well, there is
because it's not physical, and
Mm.
that's what people need to understand. It's not physical. It's mental.
It's not just physical, it's dangerous. I mean, just look at going off things completely. There's the notorious story of the drummer from The Who, Keith Moon. He was a notorious alcoholic, and he basically, in the end of his life, they'd give him these pills that, because he'd knacked his liver so bad, that they'd give him the effects of being drunk.
Yeah.
These pills did, and choked on. Mm-hmm. And that he did some, and he ended up choking on it. So they're still not good for him.
I read something somewhere. I think it was today. I was scrolling through as I do because I do like doom scroll and everything else, and I do like to before we come to these meetings and have a good check and see what everybody say. But I come across something that exactly is like that. Is if somebody ever did find a pill for to stop addiction, to stop drinking and everything else, do you know what the addict would say?
No.
What does two do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
If
Yeah,
somebody
it's
says
true.
there's a pill, take one of these every day,
yeah,
I would take two.
yeah. I would, yeah.
And then I would
And
take
then
three.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
take four.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
And that's why you can't cure addiction.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Whether somebody makes a pill for it or not, an addict would abuse that pill.
Oh, not too. It's in the nature.
Every single
It's
time.
second nature to him.
Every single time, yeah.
It's giving goosebumps actually.
Good dealers selling addiction pills. That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Well,
It's not the old bit of hypocrisy, really.
it don't work. It does not work. And there's no cure for addiction because it's people looking in the wrong place.
Yeah, because if you had to take a pill for it, it would be a mind-altering substance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
It
problem because
It is.
that
It would be
fix
classed as
addiction,
mind-altering.
it'd be a mind-altering substance, so
Yeah.
we'd abuse them.
Well, of course it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take them all.
I'll actually what it do.
100th episode, get these pills in. It's just
Well,
another lapse.
it would. I mean, I know what I'm like, and I know what you're like. It'd be a never-ending fucking
Yeah.
experiment because it
Yeah.
would be like, well, I'd take more than one, and then I would have to understand how it worked with all the others.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I cancel
yeah.
this out? Or can I?
Oh
then,
yeah. Well,
Can I?
take that
Because
as
I can take that, and that's going to cure me. Can I now take that
with that? Yeah.
with that?
You see,
Because
well-
that will counterbalance out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if I take that and that and that, then that
Yeah.
might would, yeah.
My head hurts.
But yeah, that's why you can't have a cure an addict.
Yeah.
Not as in a pill sort of version or anything like that. It's got to be mental,
Yeah.
and we are mental. End of story.
Because like I've always said, with in recovery, you've got to have your head and your heart into it, and that your head has to be in the right place, and you've got to want it to in your heart. Because if one of them hasn't got it, then you're going to struggle. You always have.
Well, you're struggling mentally, aren't you? It's a mental condition. Addiction. In my mind, it's totally mental addiction. I've got a brain altering condition. And I was born with this brain altering condition that makes me not enough, or there's another term for it, but makes me just not comfortable or not feel in the right headspace to everybody else. And that's why I need to take mind altering substances.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I need to feel normal. Whether that be about my affliction, which is illness, whether that be about somebody being abused, or whether that's somebody being bullied, or whatever it is. It's that's the issue for me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I get that. You know, I mean, it's kind of going off subject a bit, but it's something I've been kind of, you know, when I said to you when I got here, I said I'm not in a great headspace for about a week, but normally it only lasts like a day or something like that. And I probably, like I say, because it's not, you know, life's good, but like I say, it's not all roses and bloody, you know, sunshine and unicorns every day. You know, you do have shit to deal with.
Yeah.
There's always something, but like I say, I don't know why, but I think I do know why now, because I've spoke about it today. I've got a bit of a pattern every probably 10 to 14 days, somewhere around there. You know, I can have a real good streak for 10 to 14 days, and all of a sudden I'll just wake up one morning and think, fucking hell, what's the point? It's all a load of bollocks, I'm a load of bollocks.
Yeah.
Everything just feels like hard work. And I've been racking my brain to see what it is, but I actually think what it is, because you have to kind of, you know, to stay set, it's not hard, but you've got to be aware of yourself all the time. You know, you've got to be accountable for your actions, you know, checking in with yourself on a daily basis and doing all this shit every single day that we have to do to kind of, you know, keep our head in a good place. I think that's what's, you know, every sort of like 10 to 14 days, my body's just saying, just
have a day off.
Not have a day off, because you don't get a day off from it, but just,
Yeah.
you know, just do you for the day, just because that's what I have to do. I just have to like shut myself away, or just have a few hours to myself and just cancel the world out.
Yeah.
And just do me.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably because of not putting a mask on, but you've kind of got to, you've got to be aware, haven't you? You've got to be self-aware of what you're doing on a daily basis. And it's, and it's, you know, keeping up what you're doing. And I just think, you know, it's not an effort, but do you know what I'm getting at?
I think I do, yeah. I do think I do. We have this big joke in with me and the missus that everything I do is basically like Groundhog Day. It's repetitive. She knows exactly what I'm doing, so I'll get up at the same time. I'll go downstairs. I won't go back upstairs to bed with a cup of coffee and sit and sort of like lay with her for any amount of time. I'll stay downstairs, and you could probably time me. So at 6:30, 100%, I'm either taking my vitamins or outside having a fag. And every single morning, exactly like that. So everything is repetitive. So my life is totally structured, because that's how I have to live my recovery.
Yeah.
I have to be structured. Not regimentally on purpose, where if I forget then my head goes. But I have to have that in my life. I have to have this structure.
Yeah, so you've got that effort that you've got to put in on a daily basis to kind of keep to that. So do you think then every sort of like every so many weeks or whatever, like me, that you just have a day where you just think, oh, okay, I'm checking.
Oh, totally. Because then what's curing me and what's keeping me alive with this structure and this ADHD or whatever you want to call it, then fucks with your head, because it's like, stop fucking doing it. What are you doing? Because it's now boring, or it's you being a dick, and I need time where I will probably do the same as you. I'll feel a bit shit. I'll stay in bed.
Yeah.
And I won't do fuck all. And I have to go into myself like I used to when I was getting pissed and stuff. And just have me time, because I've got to, because my brain needs a fucking break from it.
Yeah.
Because although I know it's keeping me alive,
Yeah.
it also needs a fucking break, because it's like you're becoming a boring twat, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or I think it's mental breakdown, because we're doing the same thing all the time. It's then mental breakdown that your body or your brain's just going, give it a fucking rest for a day.
Yeah, you need to have a day off.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get a day off, but you
don't get a day off, no. Because then you beat yourself up for fucking not doing this. You should do.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just relentless.
Yeah, it is. It's mad. Absolutely mad.
But it's what you have to do to kind of, like I said, that I've just had like I say, normally, as you know, it's like you have that funny off feeling for a day, don't you?
Yeah.
Might be 2 days if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But then every now and again, like I said, the last time it happened to me, I was 12 months, and then this time I'm 22 months. I just had like 7 to 10 days where I was just in that same headspace every single day, and it just wouldn't go. you know, but then I started going into bed thinking, what the fuck's wrong? You know, what am I doing wrong? But I wasn't doing anything wrong. But like I say, as bad as headspace that I was in, I still did my routine every single day. I still did my ice bath, and I didn't, you know, got halfway through. I thought, what fucking hell am I doing this for? It's not working.
Yeah.
But I kept doing it.
Yeah.
Because I knew I eventually would come out of it. Because I think if I'd have put that down while I was in that bad headspace, I'd have never got back into it again.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but the good thing is, and what people can take from that is, you know it's going on. A, you've spoken about it now, and B, you go on social media and tell people what you're feeling and stuff. So that is a good thing, because you're recognising it and you're recognising the pattern and you're getting it off your chest, good or bad, whatever it is. And that's the big part of recovery, is no matter what is going on in our brain, if we let it fester and we don't tell anybody, that's when relapse starts.
That's when the shit starts to hit the fan.
Because then your brain really will go off on a fucking 100 mile an hour runner, and then you can't stop it, can you? Once you go, you go. So yeah, no, it's unfortunately that's everybody's recovery is different. That's probably your recovery for quite a while.
Yeah, and it's,
But you can live with it.
I can live with it,
You're
but
still here
I
now.
just feel bad for. I know I'm still here. You know, like I say, there was one point, and I think I did it on a video, where that self-destruct button seemed quite appealing one day, and I just thought, I just thought, what, you know, because I got that into my head, thinking there must be something that I'm doing wrong, and I wasn't doing anything wrong.
No.
I think the more I was trying to obsess over trying to find a problem, the worse it was making me, because I couldn't pull my head out of my arse.
Yeah.
And then I knew, you know, it was starting to, because I was just kind of isolating myself, which my wife think that's a bad idea, but I knew that was, you know, the only way I felt like I could just chill and just kind of get out of my head was to just binge watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Just I got into into a series, and I was quite happy watching that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it did, like I say, whether it was the right thing or the wrong thing to do, and it helped, and I got through it, and I'm still here. But I think when you go through those uncomfortable times like that, when it's like lasts for so long, it almost like feel like it levels you up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of makes you a little bit stronger. But like I say, I'm obviously, like I say, I had a thought, but I was never going to act on that thought.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's quite normal to have thoughts every now and again.
Nobody can go through recovery hunky dory all the time. Absolutely nobody, because life gets in the way. Life is shit. I mean, generally life is weight for everybody. Most people out there don't press the fuck it button and self-destruct. We do. So you have to deal with it as best you can, and like I say, everybody's recovery is totally fucking different. Some of us feel it more than others, and we deal with it differently. I deal with it a bit like you. I sort of go inward and go ill, and then I have to go fucking just take myself away from the fucking world for however long. And it works at the end of the day. I'm still fucking alive and kicking. It's better than being out there and using again, because if I used again, or however fucking tempting my brain might make it sound, 2 months later I'm in a coffin because I'm dead. There's no two ways about it. I won't last going back out there. I've got no option to go back out there, test the waters, come back in. Because I won't come back in. There's no, it's just impossible for me. I know that. I was too close to the edge when I came in. And if I go back out there now, that edge is the same place I'm going to fucking start. And I probably had 6 months from that edge to fucking be dead. So I ain't coming back.
No, and it's like I said, that's why you've got to stay away from that first one, because I feel like it's like somebody else is driving. When you've had that first one, that's it. It's like somebody else is driving the wheel. You're not in control.
It's just all bets off, mate. Once one, that's it. It's gone. Whether that's accidental, incidental, fucking on purpose, whatever. Once you've had that one, you might as well just count. For me, I would probably count the next month off. I won't be coming back from a blackout for a month. And I won't know what the fuck I don't. I could quite easily just fucking, I don't know.
See, it's different for me, because if I know if I do coke, I'm straight back in where I left off.
Yeah.
But alcohol, because I've done this before, I could go to the pub now and have a pint and walk away.
Yeah.
But then I'd have this obsession kicking in, telling me that I haven't got a problem anymore.
Yeah.
And I think, well, next time I go back, I was all right, I'll have 2. The next time I'll fuck it, I'll have 3.
Yeah.
And then within maybe 3 months, maybe less, but somewhere around, it'd be at least 3 months before I was back to where I was with the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just, it does the same effect, but it's like, because drugs became my drug of choice. I think that's why it does that rather than it's a slower way that way. But it'll still lead to the same path.
It'll lead to the same
It's
thing
just-
because
it's more instant.
the alcohol will lower your inhibitions to use coke. When
Yeah.
it will tell you that now coke's a good idea because you can't drink enough fucking alcohol. So let's have a line of coke because then I.
Oh yeah, it all goes tits up
Yeah.
because I've done, like I say, I've done it so many times. But like I say, it's just weird how the alcohol's like a slower burner to the drugs.
To be fair, I'd be the same if I picked up a drink now. I could have one. I'd probably have one and go, that's it. But I know what my brain will do. My brain will just sit there and say, "Oh, God, you got away with that." Come on tomorrow. Let's have let's have 2, and then I'll give myself about a month, and I'll be back on litres of vodka. Easy, absolutely easy.
I drink a litre of vodka and my brain next morning will go, I've got away with that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because that's how I justified it. I was
I
fine.
think the thing is, if you enjoy getting away with it,
Yeah.
this is going to probably sound
That's
Yeah.
part of the
this
thrill.
doesn't sound
Yeah,
really, I know
yeah,
this sounds
yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
No,
But I
no.
used to like, although it wasn't, I used to enjoy getting away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
It used to give
dopamine
me a
hit.
rush.
Yeah.
Getting away with it. So it used to be like, oh right, well I'll say I'm walking home from work, or Rasmussen's, I'll stop there, bottle of Coke, put a couple of bodies in there. Oh, ex-husband, I'm going to walk home from work. All right, love.
Yeah.
Just go along. I'll just stop at D's or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Couple more in there, sort
Yeah.
of walk in the door. You're right, yeah, busy day. I'll go to the shop, get us a bottle of wine, will ya? No, I don't think already. I think, no, I'll go to the shop, get us a bottle of wine. And I'd already got my stash going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I used to think, I've got away
Yeah.
with it. I used to enjoy,
Yeah.
what is that about?
It's the dopamine, so
Yeah,
it's the rush. Because the taking of, for me anyway, the taking of drugs or alcohol was shit. It gave me no real effect. The effect or the hit was getting away with taking it, with planning it, with executing it, with hiding it, with knowing I'm cleverer than everybody else because nobody else can fucking tell I'm wankered and fucking throwing up. It was all that. That was the rush. It was a bit like, I mean, back in the day, it was a bit like having an affair. It wasn't the act. It was knowing that you could do it and getting away with it.
Yeah.
That's
It's the thrill of being caught.
yeah.
That's not my
It's the
point.
thrill of being caught.
It's the thrill of not being caught.
Yeah, not being caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you think to yourself, like, I mean, you've got what we've got now, Uber Eats and whatever. But, it'd be like, if you want to order something in, it's like, okay, well, watching people on 360 where they are. She's in there, she's over there, he's over there, none of them are here. Well, they better deliver it before them lot turn up.
Yeah.
And you're watching it, you're
planning
Uber or
onwards, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
You're
it's like-
watching that and you're thinking, where are you? 5 minutes away. Oh God, they're closing in.
Yeah.
And then it gets there before they get there, and you're like,
Yeah.
well done me.
Well, yeah, it's just that mind altering thing. So it
Mm.
doesn't have to be a substance. It's
Yeah.
just something to alter your mind.
Mm.
So yeah, it can be anything. That's why gambling and sex and overeating and stuff. It's just to change how we think.
Yeah, you get like adrenaline junkies and stuff like that. People, I know people who live for like stuff like bungee jumping out of planes, abseiling down long frigging cliff faces and stuff like that. Because it's all, because essentially what they're doing is, it's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's a gamble whether they're going to, make it alive or not. But and if obviously they survive, it's like, yeah, it's the greatest feeling, and it is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's just it's all
It's like a gamble.
it's just that dopamine rush, and that's why it's so hard sometimes to when you come off it. You're nearly there. It's so hard to come off it because your dopamine level in your brain is still that high for God knows, I don't know how long it is, but it's a few months before your dopamine starts coming. It should be there and everybody's normal there, and us addicts, we're up here because we take so many substances, do so many things, but it's months before it balances itself where it fucking should be. And that's all the shakes and all that sort of crap because we're missing that rush, aren't we? And that's just to change how we feel because I don't want to feel like a fucking lost little fucking 8-year-old boy. I want to feel something else.
Well, I say people with ADHD, I mean, you have generally got like lower than the average dopamine, you know, because that's why, you know, I think I did it for a long time really, without even realising.
Yeah. Well, it's all linked, isn't it?
It's all linked.
That's the thing. Is we're nearly up on time, but it's all. And if anybody takes anything away from this or anything we say, it's just don't believe the hype about the substance because it's not the substance. If you can get your head round going into recovery or early recovery that the substance isn't the issue. It's what's going on inside your own brain and it's different for everybody. We all have different things we're masking and we're what's the word, self-medicating for. We all self-medicate, so we drink to self-medicate, we take drugs to self-medicate, and that's because there's something, and that's why 12 steps work. The rest of it's all bollocks, but the 12 steps work because it fixes on the problem. Because you have to do your life story, and you have to do your step 4 and 5, and it comes out then what's missing or what's the problem. And generally, people don't know what it is, and that's how it works. So once you've found that, then you can fix that problem. Once you fix that problem, then the recovery's sort of like within reach. A pet peeve of mine is sponsors, even though I used to be one, but sponsors is just like fucking mad. I don't know. Some sponsorships are just mental. It's just like you're fixing a mentally ill person with another mentally ill person. And this other mentally ill person is your sponsor that you trust 100% and they're telling you what to do. And yet they're mentally ill and they're telling you how to fix your mental illness. It's just like, how the fuck does that work? We'll come back to that one because you'd like to hear my views on that, I'm sure. Right, so thank you. We're up on time already. It's gone way past time, so we shall leave it there. Thank you everybody for viewing. Please have a like and a share and